Welcome to the Flame Trench. This is where the cold open goes if I had thought of one. Roll the intro.
And here we go. We have liftoff. Propulsion continues to be normal.
R68 chamber pressure looks good.
Following up. Roger, roll, Atlantic.
Water towers fly! Yes!
Tango down to nominal.
Flight downside SC off. Bring in SC off. It's orange!
R45! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Decollage. Put that in the big bag, Eagle.
343 unfolds to go.
Indeed.
We rise together, back to the moon and beyond.
This methane will be igniting in the flare, correct?
Yikes. You good? We don't need any more of these.
Hello and welcome to NSF's Flame Trench. That's right, it's the spicy show at the end of the week where we talk about everything that's happened in an informal and fun way. So I hope you brought your thermal protection equipment because it's about to get a little bit warm. I'm Jack Beyer for NSF. We are NASASpaceflight.com, an independent news media organization comprised of extremely dedicated rocket nerds. Speaking of extremely dedicated rocket nerds, joining us on commentary, as always, is our ever-competent co-host, Sawyer. Sawyer, how you doing, buddy?
I am doing fantastic today. It is Friday. It is a good day. Stuff is happening in spaceflight, I think. So we'll get into that. And yeah, I'm glad. I'm surprised I'm first this time. I don't have a book or anything prepared. Darn.
Yeah, see, I don't know if you noticed, I started smiling immediately as I called on you, because EJ is also on commentary this week, and EJ is also reading a book about, looks like, race cars. But when I went to Sawyer first, I just knew that he was going to have to sit there and continue reading, which he... EJ, anything of note this week in your literature?
What?
Anything good?
Oh yeah, plenty good stuff.
Lot of downforce.
There's some numbers here that I understand.
Some torque. Maybe a.
Yeah. No, it's good. I can understand like 9 words in this book now.
Hey, 8 more than me.
All right. That's great.
Awesome. Also, popping in on today's show, I believe we have Alex? Question mark. But
and
that will probably
this time
be
with a
for
face.
with a face. So we'll be bringing Alex
Unfortunately.
in here and there, especially for the Starship stuff. So thank you for jumping in, Alex. But with that, also I do need to mention that operating today's stream is Jay Keegan. So Jay, thank you for that. Didn't forget you this time. Also, last little bit of housekeeping. If you have any questions, at NASA Spaceflight in chat, and we'll see your questions pop up in some software that we have running in the background. So if you have any questions about any of the topics we're hitting today, feel free to ask your questions away. But yeah, I guess we're going to jump right in to the first half of the year. Does it sound good to y'all?
No.
Nah.
All right, what do you want to do
Oh,
instead?
yes. Sorry.
No, I mean we can take a left turn to Albuquerque. What do you want to do instead? Let's talk about something else.
No. I want to do this. I changed
Are
my
you
mind.
sure?
Why
You sure about
Albuquerque? I know it's a saying, but of all places you can make a left turn at?
Hey, Albuquerque rules. If you make a left turn, is it a left turn to Albuquerque or a left turn in Albuquerque?
I thought it was
I-
at.
I made a left turn into Albuquerque once. I ended up in Santa Fe.
Hang on.
Do you know
wait.
the way to Santa Fe?
Apparently I wound up there. There's a car on fire on the side of the road. This is a true story. I'm not making this up.
This is not going how I expected at all. There was a car on fire? I don't even care about the first half of the year anymore.
Yeah.
I mean-
No. Let's get into the first half.
I mean,
of
I
the
was
year.
sitting on a
Cars-
corner in Winslow, Arizona at one point.
Is
Where
that
they do
a
actually have a
flatbed?
statue of a girl in a flatbed Ford. But anyway.
Is that
The
a
flatbed Ford is a 59 F100. It's a nice truck. I have one of those.
Also, Meteor Crater Spectacular up there. Anyway.
Meteor Crater does rule? Go ahead,
Holes in the ground.
Sawyer. Anyway.
I don't know. That way. Those are anyways. I don't know.
All right, so the first 6 months of the year are over. I tried to get Sawyer to take it. He said no in his many
Heck
words.
no. You're the
Should have
host.
sent it right back.
The first 6 months of the year are over, and there's been a whole bunch of launches. New Glenn finally launched, which was, of course, awesome. I guess right off the bat, since we're 6 months into the year, do we have a favorite personal launch of the year? What was the first
Flight
Starship?
7.
What was the first Starship launch of the year? It's all just a blur at this point. Alex,
Flight 7, man.
Flight what?
Flight 7
Was the first of the
one.
year?
Yeah.
All right, I'll say Flight 7. That was a really good one.
That was a good one.
I'm stealing
That
your
was-
answer.
That was when I first met you in person, and it was my first Starship launch.
And that was when
then it failed.
you found out that the Land Rover is in fact a really nice machine that's quite capable and not at all in terrible shape.
Yeah.
Also, when you found out you are the curse for Starship launches.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait, whoa. Flight 9 pooped as well. Okay, and I wasn't there for that.
Wait a minute. What was the launch that actually delayed a day, which was only the second time ever in Starship history?
I don't.
Was that 8?
Yep. And were you there for 8?
I was
Yes.
there for 8.
So.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. So yeah, no, 8 is definitely not my favorite one. 7 is my new best friend.
Sawyer, what about you? You get to see all the Space Coast launches, so you might have a bit of a different perspective.
Hands down, Fram 2. That was
Really?
of the
Good
launches I've
choice.
seen. It was. I mean, again, you've got people launching to the poles. That is a first to begin with. The launch trajectory for it was unlike anything I've ever seen. The way that it just went, overhead, which you kind of expect, but from where we were at the press site, it legitimately went behind us. Max was working with the robotic tracker on that one, and even he's going, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, we've hit the top of the tracker, it doesn't go any higher. And then he's rotating and following, and then when we stop looking, all of a sudden, it's literally behind the building behind us. That never happens. That was nuts. And then the fact that I then got to take a boat right next to the booster 24 hours after it landed was awesome too. But that was such a cool trajectory that launch is so special.
I thought for sure you were going to say New Glenn, but that is a really good answer.
I wasn't there for it, so that's why
fair.
I don't say it. But, I mean,
That's fair.
it's blue.
New Glenn was pretty cool. Not gonna lie. I wasn't there for that, but
Yeah.
that was pretty cool.
The crazy spotlight effect from those BE3s, fours. I can never remember if it's 3 or 4.
Four.
Thank you. 3 is the upper stage, right?
Yes.
My brain is not great. But yeah, just that spotlight effect from those engines. Oh, so cool looking. Alex, do you have a favorite launch from the first half of the year?
Oh man, there's been too many launches. I'm really sorry.
No such thing.
You know me already.
No such thing.
No such thing as what?
Too many launches. Doesn't
He's
exist.
right.
Not a thing.
Yeah, he's right.
Oh,
Not
let's
not
see.
familiar with this concept. Like I understand the individual words that you're saying, but you put them together in a way that makes no sense.
I find funny the Axiom 2 launch because of the Jack Bayer boost back burn.
I don't.
Axiom
know,
2.
Axiom 2 was not this year.
That was
That was
Axiom
definitely
2?
not this year.
4. Excuse me.
I was going to say Axiom
thinking-
4, the one that just splashed down.
I'm thinking of Axiom 4. I just said 2 because my brain is currently not working, I guess. But yeah, the one with the boost back burn that looked like you.
All right, so yeah. Next.
Speaking
up,
of crew launches, by the way, this is from
I will-
Crew 10. With
change the
Moon
subject.
Also
It's
next
fine.
to this, and
Another one that I will
EJ
throw-
has Axiom 4.
Another one I'll throw in the mix was Vulcan Cert 2. Because obviously...
Well, that was October
Man.
though.
Was that last year too? Jesus, never mind.
That was last year.
Never mind. I
Guys.
stick with my original answer.
The Flame Trench, wherein we all betray
Forget.
how much of a blur time is to all of us.
Big
There's
help me.
me. Hang on, because Adrian told me that I needed to bring some stats and spreadsheets and whatnot. There's been 155 launches worldwide already that have targeted orbit. Whole different thing is whether they have actually reached orbit or not. There's been at least 4 of them that haven't. And then there's also 3 Starship launches, so 158, I guess. It's too many. Too many.
No,
102
doesn't
just
make-
from the US.
Alex, you can't just keep saying things that don't make sense. There's no such thing as too many launches. Like, I'm sorry, that doesn't. We're like, I don't
He's
know.
right.
Is there like a YouTube hit that we can get dinged for like not making sense?
There
we
have
gotta
been 61 launches from the Cape.
That's a lot.
Awesome.
That's a lot. It's
This
not too
year.
many. That's astounding. It's impressive. It's not too many.
There's a good chance that at least 90% of those we already covered.
Let's see. I mean, I'm trying to think of like a non-Starship launch that was a favorite. Does Bole count? Can I throw Bole in there? Like, that was a really fun experience. It obviously wasn't fun, I'm sure, for Northrop because of the observation, but that was a real treat to be able to go and see. I mean, it's like solid propellant heaven. To see where they mix the propellants for the. It really is. Like, and I've wanted to go there for a long time, and I've even been to Promontory for several times throughout the years, even once previously for a test. But yeah, something about Bole, knowing that it was a brand new rocket essentially with a whole bunch of untested stuff. That's my very favorite. Of course, it wasn't a launch also, but I would be remiss if I did not mention Ship 36. Not a favorite, but certainly a highlight also isn't the right word. Meaningful moment in the first half of the year in spaceflight. We'll put it that way. Not a highlight, not a favorite, not saying yay explosion, but yeah, that was I mean, it's definitely a memorable moment, right?
Do you think it was
Yeah,
static fire in the rain?
Yeah, probably. I mean, just last week they
Boom.
yeah. Yeah.
Look at that.
That is how that happened. All right. Well, meanwhile, oh wait, what is chat saying? What's chat's first favorites?
Oh yeah, them. Hi, chat.
Hi, chat. Chat
You
is
guys
saying
aren't
hi to
watching
Jake
chat?
because Jake walked by a few moments ago.
Walked by. He stole the spotlight there for a good 5 minutes.
Glenny, Flight 7, Hazelnut just misses Delta 4 Heavy. I think we all do. A lot of people
Yep.
saying Flight 7. All right, fair. It was a good flight.
Or is that because they were talking about that was the one with the delay?
Yeah, it was because the delay. It was Flight 7.
Oh, that extra day, man. I just remember we were all scrambling trying to get stuff done. And it was like
You had an extra day.
I think I was on the beach, like setting up cameras in the dunes with minutes to spare until the road closed. Just like, ah! And then I got a text. I forget from who. Someone just said scrub or delay or whatever, and Dan was like 100 yards in front of me. And I just was like, scrub. Dan's like, what? I was like, come back and scrub. And we just that was what a reprieve. Yeah, Flight 7.
Dude, those you're not wrong. Down in Moguchiga, days go by really quick. I don't remember any of this happening.
You don't?
Nah.
See, for
That whole thing was a blur. When you're down there, I don't remember.
I mean, I
remember
definitely know what that's like, as evidenced by moments ago on the stream. But I can tie specific things to specific moments. But if you asked me, like, hey, what was the flight the day? I was like, I don't know, 8. But then you tell me, oh, it was 7 that delayed a day. And I'm like, oh, yeah. That's why 7 was good. It's because it delayed a day. We got to get all our cameras nice and set up.
7, we
Plus the
had
weather.
the rain.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
rain.
dude, you remember how muddy that was? I do remember
Yeah.
that. It was not the worst of the Boca Chica weather from what I've been hearing. I'll take the mud in the rain, but yeah, I remember that.
As long as Highway 4 remains above water, no matter what the weather's doing, you're generally in pretty good shape. Once you start seeing water over Highway 4 by like our river lot, that's when things are getting sticky. All right, well,
Yeah, see, Yuri in the YouTube chat has a good one. I'm surprised nobody's seen it. I've been watching the chat. What about Blue Ghost Hakuto R?
yes.
On that
Yeah.
Falcon 9, the doubleheader lunar launch. That was pretty cool, man.
Blue Ghost landing on the first
The
try.
Blue Ghost landing.
Firefly
That was,
being able to land on the
That's pretty
moon
good,
on the
man.
first try. That is, like, yeah.
Seriously impressive. Like, astoundingly impressive. And a really nice, like, bright, shining news item that just sort of
Yeah.
like brings you joy. Like, hey, we landed on the moon. Like, let's go. You know, like,
Super
what
cool.
a delight. Look, that's a good call out, EJ.
Yep.
I think
Well,
my
Yuri
brain-
did it in the chat.
Oops, sorry.
Go ahead, Sawyer.
I think my brain kind of forgot that because you had the 2 and 1, and then most recently I was thinking of Hakuto R, which didn't land successfully. But then, yeah, you had the actual success. We had 3 lunar landers launch in the month. What was it? Just in January?
Yep.
Yeah, between January and February. Yep.
Yeah, I was there for all of the launches. It was so weird. It's like, oh, more moon landers. More moon landers. I heard you like moon landers, so I put a moon lander in with your moon lander, so your moon lander lands when you land on the moon.
Sup,
Excellent.
dog?
Excellent work, Sawyer.
That was good.
Thank you.
That was nicely done.
Yeah, like at
Thank
that point, you're approaching the level where it's like not your ordinary moon lander launch.
Yeah.
Like, oh, these late night moon lander launches sure do be hitting different. Like, can we hit fast forward on the VCR of life and please get to that point, because that sounds delightful.
It's not your
VCR of
ordinary
life?
Starship
How old are
tanker.
you?
All right, the Blu-ray player of life. Even that would be an anachronism.
The DVR of life. How about that?
The streaming
I
service
prefer-
of life.
I prefer the Betamax of life.
It's Life Plus. You paid $34.99 and you don't get ads.
Shoot. Don't give them any ideas, dude. What's wrong with you?
Dude, just wait till Neuralink is a thing. You're gonna
Oh,
have to pay for
no.
Neuralink Premium to get no ads.
Oh no.
Oh, you think that? I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding, baby. It's happening. Uh, really quick, I do want to thank some people. Jeff, becoming a launch director member. Thank you so much, Jeff. That's an outstanding level of support. Ninja Decimator, pew pew pew. Thank you, Jay. With a $4.99 super, thank you so much. They say the flamey end goes in the stand hole. EJ, can you confirm? Can you confirm that?
That's right. That's right. It goes in the stand hole.
Excellent. Plutonium 239. Thank you for the super. They say, they do a static fire on Orbital Launch Mount 2. Will Orbital Launch Tower 1 be decommissioned after Orbital Launch Tower 2 is completed? Well, we did do a little bit of a flyover yesterday. You might have to wait a little bit for all of the infos from that to come out, but while Launch Mount 2 is progressing rapidly, it's going to be a while still, right, Alex? Before it's ready for any kind of static fire.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while. It is. Sorry, I'm being distracted in the back channel.
You're good.
Blame that. So yeah, whenever they complete the second OLM, sure they'll be able to test fire anything that can be put there, which is essentially a Block 3 booster. And maybe if they might MacGyver it again, that maybe also be for a Block 3 ship. I don't know, but yeah, that's one of the things that we'll see in the future. For now, we'll see.
All right, other part of the question. Tower 1. What do you think happens to Tower 1 after they decommission Tower 2? EJ, go. I see you furrowing your brow over there.
Decommission Tower 2? What did
Or
you
sorry,
just say?
decommission. Will they decommission Tower 1 after Tower 2 is completed?
Nah, catch tower, baby. Let's go.
Ugh.
You heard it here first. Catch tower.
Ugh. It hurts me.
True.
Every time you say it, it's
True.
it's just like a dagger into my heart.
Catch
Why do you do the scissor thing?
Ugh. Why? Why do you want to hurt me? Scissor thing.
Because
He did like this. I don't know.
the catch arms, and this is the booster coming in.
Maybe the rock will.
What? Got it. Alex,
Is booster something that we can do if we play rock, paper, scissors, booster now? Like, can we? Nope, it
It would-
wins.
would
Booster
have
is
to
made of
be-
steel, which comes from rocks. So I guess.
it would be Booster Tower Pad. It'd be booster tower pad.
Wait,
Tower
what beats what?
Tower catches booster, so tower wins. Booster runs on pad and destroys pad. Pad supports booster, so booster wins. Or so pad wins. There's your booster tower pad. Did I do that
Wait,
right?
no, but booster against pad, the pad, like how does that work?
The booster beats the pad. The pad beats the no. It's got to be your bull.
It's got to be your.
I stole your joke. I'm sorry.
And the methane in the flare
all right.
stack ignites everything.
Eric in chat says pad is useless without tower, so tower beats pad. Then booster beats tower?
No, oh man.
I don't
hopefully
know.
not.
This is my favorite
Oh,
moment in
man.
any flame trench we've ever done ever. This is the best.
Oh,
Seeing
oh.
EJ like legitimately scratch his head and try and figure out who wins between the three.
Oh,
Also, what would be
I don't like.
the hand
I don't like
signals?
this, Mike.
It would be
I
it would be tower, booster, pad. I don't know. It's hard. It's difficult.
Yeah. Tower, booster, pad.
Yeah, that's good. That's pretty good.
Hey, are y'all working on anything terribly important right now?
What?
Very, like
Yes.
extremely. In fact, if you could not interrupt us, that'd be great.
Yeah,
You're
we're
live.
trying to create the new game. Yeah.
I don't mean to break in. I changed your stream title though.
To what?
Well, it was like static fire adapter installed on OLM. I changed it to Rise of the Starstool.
That's
I'm good with this.
certainly
I'm
a
good with
choice.
this. That's a
I
good
still
idea.
can't believe everything
Yep.
has star in the name.
I thought that was better. Chat, what do y'all think? OLM, what is it? Adapter installed on OLM or Rise of the Starstool? I'm not trying to
Honestly,
influence
I
you
like-
by saying it in a voice.
I feel like they should both get a voice though. Like you did a voice
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
second one. Like can we
Okay,
get
yeah, I can do that. I can do that. Ship adapter installed on OLM. Rise of the Starstool. How's that?
But I want to recount. I want to
Is
recount.
that good?
I want to recount.
Someone clip that.
Space Pope, we need a song.
Yeah, we need to.
It's like the meme with the tiny dog and then the really buff dog. Cool.
The stream title she told you not to worry about. No. Actually, have y'all gotten to the breaking news yet, or has the news? I mean, it broke earlier. We put it on the website. Did y'all talk about the salvage operation
We-
yet?
Getting there.
Oh yeah.
we have
No.
we have not yet.
Okay, good. When you get there, I just did a little video ditty that we put on the other channel.
viddy?
The breaking, a viddy. Thank you. Actually, that works. We just got it uploaded to the other channel about the potential salvage operation for the booster out in the Gulf. That didn't know. DJ, I saw that.
What is going on? I'm confused.
When you get to it, y'all can talk about that because we just shipped that video about the ship.
A booster.
Shipped
We-
it.
We like
Well, it's a
watch
ship.
Right
Is it?
now?
Is it a ship? Is it? Okay, this thing is crazy though. Like it's legitimately a crazy piece of hardware.
Yo, this is
It's
crazy.
super crazy. It's like a portable oil rig construction platform thing that came in and out of the port of Brownsville, and then it ended up hovering over where some Starship debris might be. Anywho,
Can we watch this now? I kind of want to see this.
Yeah, I feel
mean,
like we should just talk about it now.
I'm not trying to like break into your show, but I also have other things I have to go do before the end of the day. So there you go.
You're right. You
Yeah,
didn't
you're
try.
not
You
gonna watch
succeeded.
it. You're not gonna. Yeah, exactly.
Try.
You're not
There
gonna
is
watch
no,
it with us.
There is no try, Sawyer. I don't want to put Jay on the spot. I didn't like tell Jay, hey, can we show this or anything? I mean, we don't even want to show the whole thing, right? You need to go to the other channel and watch
We should
it,
show the
so.
article. We could show the article on
We could show the
NASASpaceflight.com that has a picture of this crazy frickin' drill rig thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if everyone out there remembers when they were salvaging parts of what, like Booster 11, they had a big ship, the HOS Ridgewind, with a big honking crane on the back end, and that thing was big, and it pulled up big chunks of Booster.
Yeah.
This thing, what is it, Das? The HS Jill or something like that?
LB Jill. It
LB
is
Jill.
Lift boat Jill. It's got these 3 massive pillars that telescope down and can literally lift the entire ship up out of the water, and it becomes like a mobile platform that's no longer floating. It's standing on these 3 big tripod legs.
Yeah,
Ah, look at that.
So this
There you
thing makes the HOS Ridgewind look like child's play, and
It
also
really does.
Also, we have 24/7 live cameras thanks to everybody's support, so we could actually go back and have footage of this coming out of the port when it did.
Yep. There we go. There's the image all the way up. We saw that thing coming and going, and so I hopped into Hotel Cam and I grabbed some of these shots with the towers in the background. But this is a crazy ship. The entire body of the ship lifts up out of the water. And then they have cranes and stuff. You can do diving off of it and salvage operations and this sort of stuff. So we saw this thing coming in and out of the port, and it's like, wow, that's a cool ship. And then that thing left, and it turned south and went down and started loitering in Mexican waters. So we have a whole report on that, like all the details behind it and stuff like that. Jay, do we have the rest of that article? We could scroll down it. It's got all the facts there. We should link the facts over, or link the article so people can check it out.
Are we spoiling it?
A little bit.
No,
yeah.
no, we're not spoiling it completely. And also, the video itself has more information.
It does. The video just came out, like literally 2 minutes ago, 1 minute ago, or something like that. However long I've been dialed into this call, I hit publish, and then I came to the call.
You might say it's breaking space news.
I'm really I'm upset we didn't use the breaking news stinger for this, but it is really cool.
It's in the video.
And it's literally breaking news, and it's in the video. So
yeah, the video starts.
I guess we should probably tell people we do have a second channel now called Breaking Space, right, Das?
Yeah, that's a thing. I just put the link to the article there, and then I got to go grab a link to the video, and I can put it in chat. Check out the article. Check out the Breaking Space channel. Did we even explain what Breaking Space is, Jack?
I think we did last week. I explained it to EJ, but if you want to explain it to Sawyer, you can.
If I want to explain it
yes.
to Sawyer. All right.
The person who's already been in a video on this channel. I have no idea what this channel's about.
Chat, close your ears. I can't explain it to y'all. I'm explaining it to Sawyer. We make so many freaking videos on NSF.
Been on 2 videos.
Like, you never know what you're going to get when you go to the NSF channel. It's going to be a 24/7 live stream, or it's going to be a short, or it's going to be a video. This show that goes on, Flame Trench. It might be a This Week in Spaceflight. It might be Starbase Update. You never know what you're going to get. And so we came up with an idea to sort of focus in so that people who are just really interested in fresh breaking news can go and follow this channel and turn on notifications and just get the fresh breaking news as it comes out. We're trying to make it a little bit more entertaining, and probably not more entertaining than the Flame Trench. But just adding a little bit of personality to some of the reports, a little bit of commentary, a little bit of speculation, so that we say, like, hey, is this what's going on? What do y'all think? But we've started making these Breaking Space videos because we have so many videos and we didn't want to just jam them all onto the main channel, right? Is that a good... Yeah, look, it's the video. Okay. Booster
Look at
points.
it go. Oh, Lord, it's going.
Hey, it's me.
Oh my gosh, it's Das.
Das with a beard.
Wait, so is this thing a boat or a ship or something else that is another like?
It's an evil ship. Look at just.
Technically, on the Port of Brownsville, it's manifest. It's listed as MV LB Jill, which is motor vessel. Yep. LB is lift boat or lift barge, and Jill, but it's self-propelled. Go, DJ.
It's a hot-rodded barge.
It's a hot-rodded
barge. What? I'm serious. I'm serious. It's a hot-rodded barge.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That's so cool.
It has station-keeping thrusters like the drone ships do.
Yeah,
you know,
it's got azimuth thrusters.
Yeah, exactly. So is it a barge? Is it a ship? I don't know. It's cool.
Dude, I'm looking at a picture of it lifted out of the water. It's flat. The bottom of it's flat hull with low draft.
Yeah.
Barge that they just put huge pumping, like huge jacks on.
I already thought it was cool, but you saying it was a hot rodded barge makes me think it's like 20,000 times cooler.
Dude,
it is. It's pretty sick. I'm reading about it now. This is awesome. This is super cool.
What kind of steroids do you give a barge?
EJ, you're looking at the picture on marine traffic. Like, if you click on the link in that article, it takes you to the marine traffic info page. And there's like 35 pictures that people have taken. And we didn't use that picture of it jacked up because we weren't exactly sure on the rights clearance, right? Like, linking to marine traffic is one thing, but extracting that one picture from marine traffic is another, right? But it's crazy. It like lifts completely out of the water and just the 3 legs are in the water. Then it's got cranes and lifts and cables and can let divers down and all sorts of stuff underneath it. So anyways, how much do y'all want to talk about this?
You already talked everything.
We didn't say what we think it's. We didn't say what we think it's out there to grab specifically.
Well, the video covers that.
Maybe they should go watch the video so they can know. Or if they're in chat, people are talking about it in chat. But yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole thing. You should definitely check out the video. In the video, Alex helped out a ton, and we analyzed the different bits of debris and how far off the coast they landed, and how they may have moved after they splashed down. Right? I mean, that staging ring is not going to go very far. It's just a dense thing that's going to sink to the bottom, and then the current's not going to move it once it's on the bottom. So which booster floated a while before it sank? There's some pretty obvious candidates there, but the video goes through all that analysis and talks about, well, all these pieces, all these clues have come together to sort of tell us what this thing might be doing. And it really did drop when the Port of Brownsville manifest said to load rocket parts. Like, oh, okay.
Kind
Out
of
of
a
the bag, I
giveaway.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So neat. What a cool find.
It really is. So
Dude, this thing's no joke, man. It's got two Cat 3516Cs in them. Those things make over 2,000 horsepower each.
ooh, are barges
Pretty
allowed to
good.
have those, EJ?
You're asking the wrong guy, dude.
Yeah. Okay, like, is it a barge if it's got two Cat 3616Es? Or I don't even know what EJ just said.
3516s, man.
There
It's a
you go.
V16 diesel. That's a generator. It's a generator motor.
Man,
they also put that. Yeah.
I never heard of a barge with a V16. Have you?
No, it's got two of them in it though.
Uncle
Dual
Yukon says
V16s.
party barge with outriggers, so when the party gets out of hand, it won't tip over.
depressed Massey over here in chat. What are the towers on the boat for? So see, there's a lot of lightning
no.
in the area.
Oh no!
And those
Well, Das,
towers-
those towers don't actually get hit by lightning. They're there to hold the catenary wire, which is actually the target for the lightning.
Hey,
Alex
we have a
pointing
shirt
at
on
me
that,
like I
which
wasn't
you'll
about to say. Oh god!
we have a shirt on that, which you'll see it on camera and twist if you want to see what it looks
Oh
like.
my god.
And a video.
Okay, y'all. Hey, I will let you go back to your flame trench. I got a couple bits of paperwork got to get out for the end of the day, but carry on, have fun.
Bye, Nas.
All
No,
right.
no, stay though.
I'll keep you on in a browser tab, but I got work to do too.
All right. So
By the
what
way-
you're saying is we just have to say stuff that's sufficiently unhinged or that you disagree with and hard enough that you feel compelled to come back.
Point to point is a very amazing way to travel around the globe.
Airliner-like operations.
Somebody in chat
Yes, I
already said
installed Kerbal
Canard.
Sonic
mods.
retro propulsion.
Yeah, canards, mech jab. Dr. Pepper is
Well, no.
overrated.
my
NASA
gosh.
spaceflight official did say does it have canards.
All right, I'm out.
Thanks for popping in, dude.
I'm not falling for the bait. I'm out. I got to go finish the paperwork.
Yes, I installed Kerbal mods.
What? What?
You got him.
That'll keep me around. Lies. That's got to be lies. That's
No,
the
he
AI
did.
generated. It's altered reality, isn't
No,
it?
he
You can check that
legitimately
box.
he did though. He legitimately did though.
They're just
Oh.
visual mods, so it
Oh,
doesn't count.
just visual mods. It's a gateway mod, EJ. That's how they hook you.
Yep.
That's how they get
Yeah, you're not wrong.
you. All right, y'all. I'll catch you later. Have fun.
How do you even follow
Hey, buddy.
that?
I started playing Kerbal again, fellas. That we could follow it with that. Like,
You're playing Kerbal again and City Skylines
Yeah.
1 again. What is this? 2015?
I'm screwed.
And you're actually working
I'm
on Jack
screwed.
City.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Last week I jumped on your Twitch stream on what was it, Monday? Or this week?
Yep.
It's all just a blur. How many times do we need to reiterate that? It's a blur. But yeah, seeing you work on my city on Twitch was really fun. I'm excited to check that city out. EJ has a Twitch, everybody. I don't know if you knew that. He does though.
It's all,
No
And this
way.
all started from a discussion after the last flame trench in the Membies Discord.
Also, I now know EJ's first name, and it's not EJ. I thought his first
You
name was EJ.
You didn't
You
know
gotta tell
it?
them this.
I'm a
EJ
fake friend.
Sanderson.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I won't dox you, EJ, but I was like, what? You're way cooler than this. You're EJ.
And in chat, yeah, my summer car. I'm not sure if I can say that user's name. Jack, you should try to see the guy that said "and my summer car." Can you try to pronounce that for us?
Hang on a second. I'm looking. Don't full screen me. Why would you do that? How far up do I have to scroll?
Oh, I can see
It's-
like
It's up. it's
Yeah,
up there.
don't
It's,
say that.
Wait, what? I'm missing the joke. Let's move on.
In chat, they said, and my summer car, smiley face. Mr. You see the name there.
Do you really want to watch me scroll and look for this thing? I don't know where it is. This is not good television.
Scroll.
Somebody
I didn't
screenshot
think
it and put it in the back channel if you want me to see it.
By the way, I only found
I
out
didn't
EJ's
think-
real name because he was doing, I think it was CAD work at one point on Twitch, and the save location had his actual name.
Nice.
Yeah, that's not a thing no more.
What a lot of people don't know is Alex's real name is actually Tom, but he says that his name is Alex to get some Spanish flair.
Yeah, so
What's
we
better?
mispronounce Alejandro Alcantara Romero. It's just Tom Jones.
Yeah. Tom Smith.
It's unusual.
Very good.
Good stuff.
Anyway,
Really quick.
No,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
No, you. You're going
No,
ahead.
no,
Drive
you
the
go
show,
first.
buddy. Drive away. Take the car. The keys are in your hand.
Is it a manual?
No.
Oh,
Why not?
No one got time for that. I'm trying to drink my coffee and eat my hash brown and drive with my knee. And it's stop and go traffic. Then I spill the coffee on my lap, and then I get a $50 million settlement, and I'm set for life. Can't do that if you have a manual.
EJ disliked that.
what is even happening right now?
I don't know.
Really quick, Rankley, thank you for the support. They say my favorite launch this year was a dream I had the other night when Ship 26 reached orbit. Aw. Fun fact.
That's a nightmare.
In the-
Pretty sure that's called a nightmare.
During our flyover yesterday, was it yesterday? During our
Yes.
flyover yesterday, hang on, I'm gonna put a thing in the back channel. There, that is Ship 26 as of yesterday.
It still looks too nice.
In the meantime, XD9, thank you for gifting 10 Red Team memberships. That's very generous of you. If your name just turned green in chat because you got gifted a membership and now you have access to a bunch of sweet extra stuff that we make, be sure to thank the person that gifted you the membership. In this case, XD9. Depressed Massey Vaporizer was the Towers joke that we all had a hearty laugh at. Thank you so much. Claire Barton, becoming a Padrat member. Thank you, Claire. Space Pope, with the customary weekly $50 super at this point, which is a wild amount of money, especially weekly. Thank you so much, Space Pope. Bless your reptilian appendages. They say bless this trench. And, yeah, I'm not going to read that.
Told you.
Flight 10 or New Glenn 2, which comes first, is a question from Mr.
Ooh.
from
Flight
Mr.
10.
From Mr.
Yeah, Flight 10. I agree with Alex. Definitely. I mean, although Blue did say, they did a press release talking
Right.
about the next New Glenn flight. They just failed to mention when that was going to happen.
Right, I'm glad we did. Hi, Jake. I wanted to talk about New Glenn because that was, we had that come out today that yes, it will be Escapade that will be flying officially now on New Glenn 2.
Wait,
You'll have that communications.
it's Escapade? I thought it was Escapade.
What?
I'm kidding. It's a bad joke. Sawyer, continue talking.
Oh my.
Jake, go
Okay.
get him. And Viasit, how's that?
Yeah.
We'll also have a satellite on board.
Oh,
Oh no, what have I done? What have I done?
As part of the communications project. So there we go. But now, Jake, stop licking my deodorant. We know what it was going to be. You know, we've heard the rumors of it, but now it's official. So now we can say what is on board. I think that means they're getting one step closer. You may have seen in the latest KSC flyover, which if you haven't, what are you doing? You should go watch it immediately after this and immediately after Twist. But
And the Breaking Space video. And everything else we make. And your pets, I guess.
But yeah, so anyway, we're getting that much closer. It sounds like, you know, we saw parts being delivered there. We should start seeing the final testing coming up very soon. Jake, not the camera. Sorry.
He's really trying hard this week to derail you.
You're
Like,
really distracted. In case you can't tell, I'm very distracted trying to get this sentence out.
if you thought
He's
I
so
was bad,
needy.
if you thought I was bad at derailing the show, I think Jake has officially
is
taken the crown.
The derailment.
But to your point, Sawyer, it does
what I
seem
was
like
trying
we're getting closer and closer. Even Rocket Lab responded to Blue's tweet and said something like "Blue and Gold are ready to fly" or something like that. And I was like, "Yeah," because Rocket Lab made Escapade, right? Or they're the contractor that made it. So
Yeah. As we pointed out in the video, we should start seeing any second stage testing hopefully sooner than later, and then start to see equipment actually roll out to the pad for this. So I think it's safe to say, and we also saw these kind of cool COPV looking type pressure vessels that they were building out there too. But I think that it's going to be close. Depending on how things go with Starstool, which I know we'll talk about in a little bit, I genuinely think that it's going to be very close. I wouldn't be surprised if we see uh, New Glenn starting to go towards October, November timeframe.
I'm going to say I think New Glenn 2 happens before Flight 10.
I agree.
Because everyone that thinks that 10 is going to happen first, you're assuming that the static fire is going to go well, and it's just an improvised stand on a mount that was never meant for it. Like when we got all the like, oh, flight is in 3 weeks or whatever. It's like, okay, yeah, that's if everything goes perfect, and everything goes perfect, and the launch mount itself isn't damaged. That's a tall order. Seems like a tall order. Like, what if the
As
static
tall as
fire is
New Glenn?
fine and they get the ship off of there, and they're like, all right, cool, let's launch. Oh my god. Yeah, not 3 weeks then, but who knows? I could be wrong, but I'm gonna roll the dice and say I think New Glenn 2 happens first. Just if only just to be contrarian.
Well, I'm with you actually on this one. I'm interested to see EJ and Alex's thoughts.
On whether
Well,
Flight 10 or New Glenn is going to go first?
First, yeah.
Yeah, it's Flight 10, right? New Glenn is great. I like New Glenn, but it's Flight 10. Like, I mean, I guess, Jack, yeah, if they suffer a problem, sure, but I don't. If SpaceX has some problems, I don't think that's going to happen.
what if New Glenn has a
It's
problem?
Then
Yes, everybody could have problems.
no. See, I think the point, you know, you guys are right. I think that's an interesting thing to touch on. Everyone has problems in the aerospace industry. You know why? Because it's super freaking difficult. So I think SpaceX at this particular moment in time, in the context of what's going on in Starbase, has less problems to solve to get to a flight than New Glenn. That doesn't mean that New Glenn isn't going to fly. But sorry, I think you were right. October.
What?
I'd say that's fair.
Less problems to solve,
To
bruh.
get to a flight,
Ending.
to get to the next flight. No, like, was that
Bruh.
not English?
Bruh, we don't even know if they know why Ship 36 blew up yet. That's the other thing, is like, assuming all the hardware is in place for a ship static fire on Pad 1 on this crazy improvised thing, and let's say, yeah, sure, they get a static fire done. Do they know why 36 blew up? Would they launch without knowing why Ship 36 blew up? Would they even static fire without knowing why Ship 36 blew up? If we see them static fire, can we assume that they know? I don't know that we can assume that. But it seems like you might want to know that before you launch.
Do you think they would do the workflow that they're doing right now if they didn't?
I think they're going to do everything they can to get the pad ready to support a static fire. Whether or not the ship and the program will be ready when the pad is ready for the static fire, that's a good question. Maybe it will be. Probably it will be. But I'm not betting on it.
Okay. I guess. I
guess my reaction, EJ, was less problems to solve to get to a flight. We don't even know the status of the investigation into 36's anomaly, let alone Flight 9's issues.
Yeah, that still it requires the FAA investigation ongoing.
Like, specifically, less problems to solve was the wording that caught me out there. Like, I fully, yeah, sure, Flight 10 could happen before New Glenn 2. Completely plausible. Less problems to solve. I scoff at that. I bite my thumb at you, sir.
Wow,
how's it
Shakespearean.
taste?
Like, thumb.
Something terrible. Anyway, That's my
I'm
first
so
pun of the
mad.
episode.
I'm so mad.
Oops.
I'm furious.
I
right
think
now.
I think within the dude, I disagree. I think within the context of like, how many things you need to do to get ready for the next flight, I think SpaceX has less problems to solve than New Glenn. It just, like, don't get me wrong, the next flight is not going to be like a full orbital test with it, like, full refueling and everything. Like, SpaceX is doing iterative design. I think what I'm saying is actually a really easy thing to say. Like, that's a super easy thing to say. Like, SpaceX has less problems to solve between flights. Blue has more because of how they're testing their rockets. Like, I don't think that's not like a striking revelation, man.
No, I mean if it was between two successful, like if they had a launch and it went off and achieved objectives and didn't, and with a RUD of the ship and an FAA investigation, yeah, absolutely less problems to solve in between launches.
That's what I mean in the
But
context
we're coming off of 3 back-to-back failures and a RUD on the stand.
So
that's problems to solve. It's not just an ordinary one flight and then another flight kind of thing.
It's not your ordinary flight.
It's not your ordinary Starship test launch.
But here's
Just
the
say
thing.
that.
I did see someone say in chat, like, well, they still have to static fire New Glenn. Yeah. From when we saw them do the static fire to when we actually saw it launch on Flight 1 was pretty quick, and I would not be surprised if it's quicker given that they now have a flight under their belt. Yes, it took them a while to get Flight 1 off the pad because that's the case with Flight 1 of any brand new vehicle. It's also worth keeping in mind that for a first flight, while the landing on the barge may not have been successful, they nailed their entire orbital portion of the flight to a T. Everything seemed, from our public perspective and from their objectives, what they wanted to do, it was a success for a first flight of a Methalox rocket here. That's amazing. So yes, they're going to take a little extra time because it is an orbital rocket and they don't do the same sort of iterative design that SpaceX does. For New Glenn, anything except for a successful orbital insertion is a huge setback versus SpaceX where, oh, it blew up, it's, another investigation. I think that the way that they have been progressing so far since Flight 1, everything they've learned from Flight 1 going into Flight 2, sets them up for the ability to knock out these last couple tests they have to do with Stage 2 and with the booster static fire a lot quicker. Whereas, as you pointed out, SpaceX is coming off of a string of things that went wrong. Have they been investigating? Of course, but I feel like it's a lot more that they had to work on and refine versus New Glenn, which is already going for orbital flights and is just progressing so much since a first successful flight.
Yeah, Ryan in our panel put it very eloquently. I'm sure he wants me to say this live on air. Noogie didn't go flip, 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 wee. Starship went flip, 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 wee.
What?
Yeah, makes sense, right?
I'm trying to read it in the back channel. I don't even...
It's basically exactly what you just said with way less words. and slightly less sensical.
Also, Noogie?
I was just gonna gloss right over that. It should be Glenny. I know. Right. Thank you. I'm glad we can agree on that, Sawyer.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love the shirt. But anyway.
Did you do it all for the Noogie?
EJ.
What?
EJ.
Can we bleep that?
Abort. Hold. There's been a hold on the show.
We need Jay with a bleep.
Technical director, go to countdown 1.
You guys
don't what?
Get that reference? You don't get that reference?
It's a song reference. Yes, it's what is that? Kid Rock? It's a reference acknowledged.
Bleep. It's from Bleep.
Damn kids.
Space Pope with 10 membership gifting. Thank you, Space Pope. Telstar86, thank you as well for the super. They say, will New Glenn get off the pad quicker this time? That's something. Remember how slow Glenny was off the pad? It was slow. It was real slow. It was like almost concerningly slow, right, Sawyer?
So slow that when Blue Origin posted their replay video, they actually sped it up.
No, really?
Yes, if you watch back their original launch replay video and you look at how fast it goes off the pad compared to our launch broadcast, which was, as it aired, yes, they legitimately sped it up in their replays. That's how slow it was. But
That's kind of amazing.
I would not be surprised if they're making optimizations for it, especially as they want to work on their way to get pad turnaround times faster. As they get better at launching, they're going to need to, because that's less roasty toasty time for the ground infrastructure.
Right.
So
Do we know why that happened? Like, was it planned? Was it supposed to go that slow? Was it not supposed to go that slow? Or do we just don't know?
I mean, thrust to weight ratio, but I'm sure EJ would have a better answer on that.
Hey,
Here's the
uh,
replay, by the way, real quick. Watch
the
the
sped up
speed that
one.
it goes off the pad on their replay, and then maybe we can play hours back, and you'll see the difference. So, of course,
Oh yeah, you can see it. If you look at the rainbirds, you can see the ramp in speed because you can see how the water's flowing, and then all of a sudden the water's like because they sped it up. To
This is
like
sped up
1,000%.
right here.
Oh, that's funny.
Told you, they actually sped up the replay.
I didn't notice that. Jay, can you go back to the rainbird shot really quick? I'm so sorry. I'm a terrible person. Look at the BE4s though. All right. Yeah, that's perfect. Watch the rainbirds. See, water's flowing at a normal rate, sped up.
Yep.
guys, I want to just make it just an additional note right now that Jack has had no caffeine today. I don't know if you could tell.
Somehow.
I feel attacked. I feel called out. I'm suddenly extremely aware of my behavior. It's all I can think about. Somebody else talk. Go.
Oh boy, guys, they probably had the engines very conservatively tuned. If I had to guess, they were probably turned down a bit because the New Glenn 1 flight flew with the orbital ring Pathfinder, so it's probably that's a really light payload for New Glenn. I mean, New Glenn can move. I think it's like 40 tons to low Earth orbit. That is no spring chicken. That's a very big rocket. It's a very powerful rocket, and if they had hit that thing with full thrust, like full power on all those B4s all at once, that yeah, I'm not sure any rocket could take full power with no payload like that. The space shuttle could. It's awesome, but that's another story. Um, they probably had the engines very conservatively tuned, but you don't know where exactly that tune's going to end up because it's the first flight. You have no cross reference. So they sent it, and it was good enough. It went up. It got into orbit. So you had a pretty high margin of error here just due to the low payload mass. So yeah, my guess is that the engines were probably turned down a bit. They probably didn't have them cranked to 11 right out of the gates, which represents the type of really conservative engineering that Blue likes to do. It's very. I'm not going to say it's safe because that's undermining the effort here. New Glenn's an awesome rocket. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good piece of equipment. But yeah, that's just. I would say that's kind of standard ops if you're doing the type of testing that they're doing. You have next to no payload up at the top, right? It's the first flight. You want to be careful. You don't want it exploding and shooting liquid oxygen everywhere and ruining a test stand or a pad or something, right? Like other people have done. But yeah, I think the engines were turned down for what,
What is this show this week?
You beat me to the joke, EJ. I was gonna make it afterwards, but good job.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I got you, man. I'm just doing all the music references like Kid Rock and T-Pain. Right, Jack?
I think Jack is in T-Pain right now.
I am in T-Pain. Thank you, Sawyer. I'm also in T-Pain because of that pun. Gee, my knee. Oh gosh.
Not
EJ,
G my knee, it's on my hat.
Oh, my hat!
By the way, if you were watching our replays that Jay has been playing and compare it, oh god, the black
And he's
awesome.
gone.
And comparing
gone.
it to the original one, you could see how much they sped it up.
it almost looks like our footage is wrong. You know what I mean? I know it's right, but like you see how slow the rocket goes.
Yeah, no, theirs is wrong. Theirs is wrong. It's not.
Exactly.
It's not reality.
Am I out of
Back
touch?
to reality.
No, it's them that are wrong.
Up there goes gravity. Up there goes that.
It's the rocket companies that are wrong. Oh, good stuff. Following the New Glenn rabbit hole here, Dave W is asking, do you think New Glenn will stick the landing on the second try? EJ?
I think that Blue's going to do it. I think they know the problem that happened with Glenn Stage 1 on the first flight. They wouldn't be proceeding and talking about Flight 2 if they didn't, dude. That was the biggest thing. I mean, the name of the first Glenn Stage 1 was So You're Saying There's a Chance, right? Like, but let's be real. They fully intended to land that thing. They fully intended to get it back on the first try, and it didn't happen. So I'm really thinking Blue's pushing hard to get that W and get that first stage back.
Yeah. I mean, I would. Ooh. I mean, they certainly want to. Will they, Sawyer?
My thought is that they're going to get close to the drone ship this time. Obviously, it didn't even get to the point where they could go for that final landing burn and try, hopefully, for a touchdown. I think they will get a lot closer at this point. I think it will get to the landing burn, and just like with Falcon 9, the decision of whether to make the turn and try and land on the drone ship or abort and splash down into the water next to it. I'm not sure what happens at that point, but I think it will at least make it to the point now of that final decision of is everything actually working enough during the landing burn to try.
I mean, Sawyer, I would, I think, yeah, that's a fair assessment. But also, like, dude, I think if this thing gets anywhere near their autonomous ship, if it gets anywhere near their drone ship, it's landing. It's not like Blue doesn't have experience landing stages. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just you then risk destroying that infrastructure. When it comes to land, like they have out in West Texas, there's plenty of flat land. That's not as much of an issue. And also, you're not coming back from orbital velocity.
I mean, I guess, but like it. If they're able to get, I think they don't know the coming back from orbital velocity part, dude. I think they very much got the landing stuff on lockdown. They're pretty good at it. Just putting it out there, like, I think that's the unknown, as evidenced by the first flight, dude. I think if they make it through, if it gets near the drone ship, she's going, man, and it's gonna be glorious.
And it is worth noting,
be a good
again,
day.
just like the first flight was a success, but because the first stage booster didn't land, that was why a mishap investigation was declared. It's going to be the same thing here. If it doesn't land successfully on the drone ship, no matter what happens to stage 1, it is instantly going to be declared a mishap because the whole new FAA regulations, which is the same with SpaceX, is that their license is for a launch and landing. So if they don't complete either half of that license, then it's a mishap. So maybe they just try for the sake of trying, but at the same time, do they want to risk damaging their infrastructure? I mean, not that they're using it that often, but do they want to risk destroying Jacqueline already on Flight 2?
Right.
I think they're ready to send it. I think getting that thing back down is not only something they want to do; it's something they have to do. New Glenn has to ramp. They have to get that flight rate up, especially if they're going to they have that SLD contract for landers. I mean, we always talk about how Starship needs to fly more to get so they can figure out refueling. Blue and New Glenn have to do the same thing. They have to do the same thing. The SLD architecture doesn't require as many refuelers, right? But it does require a lot of launches.
Right.
So, I mean, just something to think about. Blue is under schedule pressure too. They absolutely are. They got to get that thing landed. That's why I think they're really going to push for it.
I really hope they land it. A, because I want to progress into the spacefaring future as fast as possible, and B, because I feel empathy for everybody working at Blue, and I don't want those very hardworking people to have to not land a booster again. That's not fun. They want to land a booster and get all the data and tear it apart and learn all the things they need to learn in order to get that flight rate up. So hopefully they can stick the landing on the second try.
Also, I have a photo of a Falcon 9 booster coming in with New Glenn behind it. I want a picture of Falcon 9 with the New Glenn booster coming in front of it. Just saying.
Yes, absolutely. You know what? We're gonna keep going down the New Glenn rabbit hole. Benjamin Brown with a $5 super. Thank you, Benjamin. Saying, why is nobody talking about how the thrust to weight ratio of New Glenn is the same as the Saturn V moon rocket? I am confused. Is that pertinent because we're talking about how slow off the pad it is? Like, if it should be moving as fast or similarly fast to a Saturn V, then why did it not? Especially with no frickin' payload.
I think the engines were just tuned down for what? Sawyer, do it.
Tuned down for what?
I have a question.
Anyway.
Though.
No, yeah.
If they were tuned down, how tuned down are they on Vulcan? Because they've flown already, and they're about to fly.
I think they were using. I mean, it's kind of strange to talk about rockets like this, but you know, like in cars, you have fuel map settings that you program the ECU in. I know that don't work like that for anybody that's technical out there. I understand. You still have tuning parameters for a rocket engine. Alex, my guess is that those 7 engines were probably using the flight configuration from Vulcan that probably equated out to a lower thrust to weight ratio. It's not, dude, this type of problem, or not problem, I don't even think it's a problem. I think they knew it was going to go off the pad slow. This type of thing, that's a very conservative way to test. And especially since you have some flight data behind it, you use what works because Vulcan flew them already, right? You don't want to crank these things to an untested configuration and then have it blow up. I think that shows very, very good risk mitigation strategies from Blue. To be 100% honest, it's really smart. It's a smart thing to do.
You think it'll go faster then on the next launch?
Well, dude, let me put it this way. I certainly hope so, because if you put 40 tons of payload up there with that engine configuration, it's not going anywhere. It's going down, not up.
Also, worth noting the Vulcan launch, by the way. How many of the engines BE4s? That's what, 2?
Yeah, it's 2 in Vulcan.
Versus 7?
To be fair, with 2, makes a lot of difference.
I can't imagine that they would use the same, like, turbo pump engine parameters as Vulcan for New Glenn. You really think that they would do that and not just have their own, like, set of tests and parameters that they've developed for the engine?
Why? Well, I mean, dude, if Blue was using a more iterative design, yeah, sure, they would have their own configurations, but you got to remember that once again, they're using a waterfall style test architecture, and they're a little more conservative in their engineering, right? Why wouldn't you do that? That retires a ton of risk. Guys, there's no way the trajectory engineers didn't know that thing was going to do that. There's not a chance. Like, I mean, you do get, but then again, like maybe you do get overperformance and underperformance with the first time you fly a rocket. Every time, especially one this big. I mean, Sawyer, STS-1 overperformed. Those SRBs had a little bit of extra spice in them on STS-1, and it damaged the orbiter.
Yeah.
So
you hear the call outs. You're running hot, Columbia.
Didn't it wedge the body flap in like a overextended or underextended position or something? Even like it significantly damaged the orbiter.
Yeah, fellas, that wouldn't be unprecedented. But I mean, if you're getting engine underperformance like that, like you're not. So either the GNC engineers at Blue need a frigging raise, right? Or that was kind of expected behavior, because gravity losses when a rocket first leaves the pad are like, if you're at 1.0 or 1.1 TWR, right, thrust to weight ratio, and you're going up slow like that, you are taking your delta V, so the range of the vehicle measured in change in velocity, and you are just throwing that overboard, because you're spent, all the rocket's thrust is spent fighting gravity instead of going up, right? There's no something like that. Even if
that's why like hovering is so inefficient, right?
Exactly.
You're just burning gas to stay. Like, you want to get out of the gravity well as fast as possible. That's the most efficient way to do it.
Yeah, man. If you're sitting there and you don't have the TWR dialed in for even like the first 30 seconds, you're not making it into space. There's no way that wasn't right.
I don't think you're wrong that they expected it to come off the pad slow. Like that, sure. Especially like you said, first launch, baby the pad, baby the rocket, etc. That slow though, that was like thrust to weight 1. And like as it burned fuel, it like very slowly got lighter and came off the pad. Like it wasn't that bad. I'm exaggerating significantly, but it was absurdly slow. Like there's slow, and then there's holy crap, that's slow. And I feel like it was kind of on the other end of the spectrum. Alex did math and is now acting like he wants to say something.
Because it's like if it had, for example, a 1.1, even if you underperform even less than 10%, you are already at 1 of thrust to weight ratio. Because 1.1, 10%, that will be 0.11, right? So you will get 0.99 of TWR, thrust to weight ratio. So that means you will be essentially going down. Say instead of 1.1, it is, I don't know, 1.15, and instead of being 10%, it's 5%. You go down to 1.05 of thrust to weight ratio, which is slow, but you're still moving up. You know what I mean? Like with just a tiny percent, because there are so many engines and it's already down very close to 1, you can really have a lot of underperformance just by losing a little bit of performance from your engine. Just even like a couple of percentages, you can probably... And I mean, to be fair, like it's also a new rocket. It's not just the engine itself, right? Like it's also how you feed the things to the engine. I believe, we got some of the stuff from Dave Limp about the entry burn, for example, on New Glen's first flight, and how it had relationship at the very least with how they do the engine chill and the stuff with the plumbing and whatnot. Like it's also the interaction. Just because it worked on Vulcan at full thrust and all the stuff and full power and whatnot doesn't mean that it's gonna work completely without any issues on New Glenn, which is a new rocket, right?
Remember when before Super Heavy had done a static fire and we were like, oh, 33 engines all packed together. Wonder if they get some kind of weird vibration or something. And the same thing happened with Falcon Heavy too. It was like, oh, 27 Merlins all firing at the same time. What if they get some kind of weird vibration or something? Like maybe they turned things down, like EJ is saying, extra because first time 7 BE4s had been packed all close together, and they're like, oh, we'll take it super easy. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm not saying I don't think they anticipated the slowness off the pad. I'm just like, that was really freaking slow. Anyway, let me thank some more people, and then let's keep on chugging down the trench. Do you chug down trench? Blowing down the trench.
What? That's even worse.
Eugene, the trench.
Exhaust plume out the trench.
Yeah, let's keep exhausting out the trench. Is that even worse, EJ? I feel like you're just going to say that's even worse.
No, that's fine. That one's
okay. All right. Depressed Massey Vaporizer, thank you for the support. They say, pretty sure Ship 36 blew up because it's not in one piece anymore. What more evidence do you need? Did someone get the number wrong at some point? Telstar 86, the thrust was turned down for what? Hashtag song. Bideford, thank you for the support. Oh, the panel's frozen. That's fun. That's fun.
Jay broke it. That's
fun and interesting.
Fix it.
And now it's working again. Bideford, thank you for the support. They say testing. Good test. Good test, Bideford. Steve Kalovic, thank you as well. They say, thanks, guys, for making me laugh while sick in bed. Oh, I feel better, dude. They say, we need a law arresting sick people who cough for 2 hours in a movie theater. Oh.
Thank you. And on planes.
Oh, man.
Don't say what I think you're going to say.
No, just due to recent, not recent, but due to the last many years and world events contained therein, I have become hyper aware of other people coughing. So yeah, Sawyer, people on planes that cough for like 6 hours straight, especially if they're sitting next to you.
Yes. Okay, good. I thought you were going to say that you were one of those people. I'm glad you're not.
Oh, I'm an open mouth cougher. I don't cover, and I look at you while I'm coughing.
Clip it.
Telstar86 becoming a launch director. Thank you so much, Telstar. One of the higher levels of support of the membership program, which is so critical to what we do. Depressed Massey Vaporizer again, saying shout out to their trajectory and TVC engineers that New Glenn did not Astra off the pad. For real.
True.
For real. Although imagining EJ's reaction if it had, talk about breaking the internet.
Yeah, that was. I still think that
that's so
launch was
good.
awesome, man.
That's so good.
That's really not good. That was the BOLE booster. But yeah, the Astra one, we should not replay that here.
Yeah, that's for after hours.
And
Yeah,
John,
we should.
Mr. Coffee, thank you for the super. All right. Just
By the
to
way,
put a little. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I want to make sure I saw Space Pope came in. I don't know if you were there earlier, but Das had some very funny voice changes that needs to become a song. Space Pope, I'm just saying it now. If I need to pay to make it happen, I will.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. Speaking of Space Pope songs, I'm being told to say, what is about to happen? Something is about to happen.
I'm glad you liked my subtle transition there.
It was very good.
We should hide in shame.
I can't hear.
Oh. Yeah, I cannot
What
hear
is
you either.
happening?
Oh no! Why is no? Oh, it's
Yes.
worse when we can't hear it.
America, hurrah, fireworks, hurrah, freedom, hurrah. I'm looking for.
Probably should restart. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, let's rewind.
Okay, I need to rap. To wrap my question head around this. America, raw, fireworks, raw, freedom, raw. Don't know why I read that out. I will read it again. America, raw, fireworks, raw, freedom, raw. I'm looking forward to clips of that in the future. I'm sure there will be. This is for me. I will specifically from word it.
You should do it again, HF.
Word it. America, raw, fireworks, raw, freedom, raw. Don't know why I read that out. I will read it again. America, raw, fireworks, raw, freedom, raw. Word it.
Now I want a hamburger.
That was very good.
The hamburger part at the end was perfect.
We are so cooked.
Like the hamburger.
No, the first one was undercooked. It'd be like the remaining 8 or whatever, 7. Those were like charcoal briquettes. Sorry, Caesar. You did great.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
Also,
Was,
if you want to see
certainly...
Adrian's new haircut, check the KSC flyover. That's totally why you should watch it. But the man bun is gone.
I like the new facial hair. I really do.
Oh,
Anyway, it's a treat.
Looking pretty sharp. Hey fellas,
okay.
can we talk?
Yeah,
Can we do it? Can we talk about the box?
We can always talk about the box.
the box.
The square.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
You can't look in the box.
Yeah, let's go. Who wants to take box time?
So I'll take this one. So we got an update on the upper stage from Boeing. The upper stage for the Block 1B SLS. So it's called the Exploration Upper Stage. Boeing announced that they have started making the thrust structure for the Exploration Upper Stage, which has 4 RL-10C engines in it. It's a variant of the C motor inside of it, in the back, and they've announced they started making the thrust structure, and the thrust structure is a box. Yeah, actually, it's not even the thrust structure. It's a structure. They didn't actually show us a picture. They just showed us a render of the completed thrust structure that is not even a thrust structure. It's a thrust structure for the structural testing article. So you know, Jay, if you zoom up to the header picture on this in this article, you know, Boeing showed us a picture of some guys looking at a screen with a picture of the box that they built with a picture with a render of the stage that they haven't built.
I'm getting so mad.
Yeah.
I'm trying really hard to not get mad, but
Boeing is just aboining themselves.
I'm trying really hard here. I'm
All right.
trying. It's a picture of a render of a picture of a.
They're just a bunch of guys looking at a screen. Oh, but
they're in the factory. Why are they looking at a screen?
The funny thing is, you can sort of guess that the thing.
I don't know.
That
I don't
the thing.
know why.
You know, to the left of the screen, there's like a blue thing, and I think that is the label saying this is where, you know, the thrust structure is. It's probably behind that screen, but we're not seeing it. They're showing us the stinking render.
Yes, it's behind the screen with the render,
See?
even though we could just see it.
Right there. Next to this guy's
Alex,
arm.
are you saying this is where I'd put my thrust structure if I had one?
You can even see the stance thing, like the. Hey, can we zoom in again? Like, you can see behind the see the yellow things holding it together,
Yeah.
but they're showing the screen.
Wait, is the screen a render or a picture of the actual?
It's a
thing?
render. It's a CAD render.
It's a render. It's CAD render of the workstation that they're standing in front of.
And the picture is just a bunch of guys looking at the CAD render on a screen, and behind the screen is the actual thing, but they're not showing it to us. So it's like...
I'm so glad I didn't have any Red Bull today.
Also, EJ.
Leica is seriously concerned at the sounds I'm making. She's
EJ, where do the 4 Arlton C3 engines go?
No, they go in the square hole.
There we go.
You said
the render one or the real life one?
No, I don't know.
In the square render.
Okay,
sorry,
right,
please
fellas.
go ahead. I'll stop.
Okay, all right. I'll explain. Let me explain. This looks. The optics of this cannot be ignored. It's really funny, actually. But also, in the article, it says that what they're doing is they're working on implementing processing flow for the EUS. So I know it seems ridiculous. Like, there's no, like, are you guys serious? You made a square on a jig with some, you made an aluminum square. Good for you.
It's like a 5-year-old scribbled on a piece of paper and gave it to mommy, and they're like, "It's a good job. We'll put it on the fridge, sweetie." Like,
no. So this talks about. So the guy that's doing it has all the quotes in this article is a guy named Zach Kloss. He is the thrust structure sub IPT lead. So integration and processing team. I'm pretty sure is what that stands for. So guys, think about it like this. And this is what I mean about different engineering styles. That Boeing is a little bit. Are we dead?
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Keep talking.
I don't know.
Are we dead?
Boeing after dark or in the dark.
Boeing after dark. Wait, can they still hear us? Wait,
They
you
heard
turned
us.
off the whole. You turned off the whole show.
The Boeing agents heard us. Oh, someone's knocking at my door.
You turned off the movie. You turned off the entire show. Well, put it back on. Put the show back on.
I'll put this
Turned
back
off?
in my head.
Wait.
Hang on.
Turned off for what?
Hang on. Someone identifying themselves as a Boeing employee wants to speak with me. I got to answer this call.
Yes. Oh, that's right. NASA Space Flight Official. This is ITAR. That's why we're actually showing the real picture, but ITAR came in and blacked it out.
Yeah.
What's this red dot on my forehead?
Integrated product. Oh, okay. It's integrated product. Oh, we're back, and we have the combination. Slotkin.
Wow,
Back
that
to the
picture was
golf course and work
beautiful.
on your
I don't know why they keep doing the CAD render when we could have shown that actual image to everyone.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, what
Yeah.
a shame.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, it's good. Anyway,
Does anyone hear
So-
helicopters?
Somebody's
we're
knocking at my door.
FBI, open up!
So-
Whoa.
we gotta. All right. That one's gonna be difficult to come back. Let me dial it in. Okay, so the way they're testing the EUS is a very, very old school way of testing. You know, the kids have a word for that old school way of testing. It's called slow. But they're using waterfall development, which means they figured out the entire processing flow for the EUS before even trying to start making it. You figure out all the steps that you need to do, everything you need to do, how the whole thing comes together, right? And then you start doing it. Now, I get it. We have a render of a box that they made, and that looks, the optics can't be ignored. It's pretty funny. But if we're gonna be even a hint of optimistic here, just a little, just sprinkle a little hint on there. This should mean that more testing articles and flight articles should be cranking out of Michoud sooner rather than later. If they've started implementing the processing flow of EUS production, the first round through, they're going to use it to make the structural testing article. And then right after that, you're going to use it to start making flight articles, which means that we should, after, I don't even know how many years the EUS has been around. Let's say 2014. After 11 years, we finally starting to see, the wheels getting greased here, which is good, and we should start seeing some forward progress from the EUS. I can feel people like scathing through the screen as I'm saying this, dude. But I'm just telling you what's going on. I'm just telling you what's going on, man.
But how do you know? You can't even see it. You can just see a render.
Yeah, no, I don't. The optics can't be ignored, Jack. I'm not even going to try and argue that one. It's pretty damn funny, dude. Everyone, we've completed step 1 of 1,000 of making this really complicated upper stage. Ice cream social, baby. Let's go. Like, you can't even ignore it. Like, what?
The thing is it's like a good meaningful update, which we want good meaningful updates. Not everything has to be a big monolithic, like, here's a brand new rocket fully assembled, ready to launch. Like, give us the drip feed of the updates.
What a full update.
Looking at a render of a thing in the factory on a screen in front of the thing in the like,
it's really funny, actually.
I know I'm biased. Like, obviously I'm biased. I work as a content creator for a spaceflight news organization. Like, yeah, I get it, but it's not. It really just, like, it's not hard, and it's not just Boeing. It's a lot of space companies. I'm not trying to call out Boeing or poop on Boeing. Like, it's a lot of space companies and really a lot of companies. Why is PR so hard, EJ? Just, like, do things, show people the things that you're doing, repeat. Nowhere in there is the word render. It's like when you're in high school and you have that one friend who, like, constantly has grandiose ideas about what he's going to do with the rest of his life, and, like, 1 week he's like, yeah, man, I'm going to be a painter, and for like 2 weeks he's like super into painting, and then, like, the next 2 weeks he's like, yeah, man, I'm going to be a mechanic, and then for like 2 weeks he's like going to Home Depot and buying tools, and then it's like, don't tell me the little piecemeal thing. Like, show me the car you fixed. Show me the hardware. Don't show me a render. Oh God! All right, I'll stop. I'm sorry.
You're driving the car that I fixed, bro.
The problem here is
I am. Although the back door is still broken. The back door is still broken. Please come back and fix it, please.
All right, cool, no problem. Alex, what's up?
The problem that I saw here, like, when I saw that tweet at first, it was like, you guys have a big PR problem, right? Like, a lot of people, even in the White House, they want to cancel this, right?
What?
And yet
Really?
they won't show it.
Why?
What?
Really?
Yeah, and yet their good PR grab attempt is render of a thing.
Exactly.
Of a square.
And so, as soon as it happened, I was like, if only we were able to make a video out of this. Yeah, I'm trying to also input here a little bit of plugging.
Are we plugging breaking space again?
Space, yeah. We have a video.
Yeah, if only
How many times have we done that?
Wait, breaking space? What's that? Tell me more.
Oh God, he's still here.
They broke space because their PR is so bad that it's broken.
Wait, that means he's heard everything that we've said, specifically me.
They put the breaking. They break the breaking space. No, Jack. I actually reconnected because I connected with something that you said. Companies like reach out to us on occasion and they say, "Oh, do you want to come and do a video about us or whatever?" And the first freaking question I ask basically everybody every
Is there
time.
hardware?
Do you have hardware for us to see, or do you have renders?
Mm-hmm.
And if it's just renders, we say, all right, it doesn't really make sense for us to come to your factory and look at a screen with a bunch of renders on it. Like, it makes sense if we can come and look at your space station parts. Thank you, Vast, you're awesome. It can make sense if we come and look at your engines or whatever. But if it's just a render, it like doesn't. So I'm laughing when I see this render on the screen in a factory. I'm like, that is exactly. I would not have wanted to go to the factory and done a film about that if all they had was a render with a screen for me to go and see.
I don't know if you're consciously doing this, but I feel like this is a DOS 4D chess masterstroke moment because the number of times I have pitched a factory tour and you have asked me, is there hardware? And I've been like, well, there's renders. And then we don't do it. It's like, hey, Jack, by the way, you were advocating for that thing that you were not advocating. Like,
I'm reinforcing the behavior I like, Jack. This is good. Well done. That's such a good idea. Jeez.
I don't even know what to do with myself anymore.
Right,
it's quite ironic.
Policy. Jack's got some good ideas, y'all.
It's quite ironic because Daz, you've been there, right?
Which one are we talking about? That specific? Where is that facility at?
That's Michoud. Yeah.
I have not. No, we've had people at Michoud before, but I have not personally been to the map.
Weren't you in like I think it was 2022, 2023? I don't remember. What was the tour that we did?
That was Philip.
That was Philip.
Just Philip?
Yeah, that wasn't me. Yeah. Philip, and I think we might have sent somebody else, like Steve or Max or somebody else might have gone. I remember about that, but I didn't go there. Yeah,
just for video. But yeah,
we did have the opportunity at one point. I really hope we get the opportunity in the future after this.
The problem is, Alex, a couple of years ago when we had that opportunity, the TV wasn't actually plugged in yet.
Wow.
Wow.
Dang.
All right, I'm out. Bye.
So good. Oh man, do you guys ever feel like a marionette puppet on strings? Is that ever a sensation you?
No, but do you ever feel like a plastic bag?
Drifting through the wind. Yeah.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Jay.
All right, I'm looking at the panel here. Ninja Decimator, pew pew pew, wants to know when the full NSF album releases. You'll have to ask Space Pope. John, Mr. Coffee, for coffee supplies, they say. Thank you for that. And Telstar86, the box that Jack had to stand on. No, it's way too tall for that.
Oh, that was good.
You also can't stand on a render. So, like, you know.
So, fellas, I mean, I have some thoughts about that. I think, I think that the line of ITAR, like where that gray area is expanding because, competition with near peer adversaries. You know what I mean?
I'm sure
so
China
I think
is amazed to build
the
exploration upper stage.
So, Alex, we all know that, that's what I mean. ITAR is a huge gray area. So I think if you're like one of these legacy contractors, right, you're probably going to play that safe at, obviously at the behest of PR, right? I think that's what's going on here. With that being said, I think you're right. I think China knows how to make a box. I'm pretty sure.
Not even a box, a render of a box.
Oh God, they definitely know how to make a render of a box. We are so cooked as a society. Also, just like, I hear you, EJ, and yeah, operational security is an important thing. ITAR is the cudgel that is used by lazy space companies to not do the work, to not pay a lawyer to be like, yeah, you're fine. That's
fair.
And so often it is used as the catch-all excuse. It's like, oh, why can't we get a shot of this, or why can't we put a camera there? ITAR. It's like, is it really ITAR? Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
You sure about that?
A lot of times, and it's not just spaceflight and it's not just rocket companies. I feel like this is an endemic thing in our society and in the world as a whole. I'll get off my soapbox here shortly. Haha,
Rendered
joke again. Yeah, haha. It's way easier for an employee of any company or the government or what have you to say no to something. It's always easier to say no. You don't take any risk on your own job part. You don't have to, take any responsibility for approving a thing that might not go well. It's easier to say no.
And that's what I'm saying, dude. I'm saying that's why it looks so goofy that we have a bunch of dudes standing around a monitor with a render of the thing that they supposedly made, with a render of the stage that it's supposedly for on the wall. I think that's what I'm talking about. Like, you don't know where that gray area is, or they don't care. It could be that too. They don't care.
I just, yeah. Oh, it's a good thing I didn't have Red Bull this week. Let's
You
leave
know,
it there.
I think
I was gonna say, I
China
don't
likes
think you
to
need
watch
caffeine, homie.
Starbase Live or McGregor Live, but not Shoot Live, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, why would they focus on building a single-use, obsolete turd when they could be focusing on copying?
And we've already seen the
future.
renders of what they want, right? They want a Starship, so
Right.
By the way, very subtle plug for Starbase Live and McGregor Live 24/7, and not putting in Space Coast Live.
Alex plugging
Well-
something? What? The only person I could think that would possibly plug things is Sawyer.
Hence why I threw in the one for Space Coast because you
that's
ignored it.
That's
NSF.live/Starbase, NSF.live/McGregor.
or just NSF.live. Takes it all three.
It's already
Live
been
slash Space Coast.
Speed
Stop
run.
leaving
NSF
out my
stream
Space
with no
Coast.
plugs. Challenge impossible.
All right, so do we move on? Do we talk about New Glenn some more? Do we go down the rabbit hole of the table? I don't see any table questions in the queue.
I think
can
we go
talk
from a
about another
table to a stool.
Yeah. There you go.
Table to the stool. Sawyer with the expert segue as usual.
Circle
So I
gets
guess we
the
should
square.
talk about the star stool that I'm really angry at.
Why are you angry
Why?
at it, Jack?
It was a morning. Let's just say it was a morning, and I'm dumb. And I thought a slow telehandler would move faster than it did. And because of a series of unfortunate events not related to Lemony Snicket,
To what?
I only got shots of the stool once it was going down into the mount. So I'm mad at it.
I bet that thing
But yeah.
took a lot less effort to make than the render box.
It probably went through less rounds of like feedback and committee design.
You think they had
In
a
fact,
bunch of guys looking at a screen of the render?
Yeah, first
See?
they rendered a render of it, and then they had a design committee meeting to determine if the design was acceptable and met the parameters. Then they did a render. Then they sent the render back to the design committee to see if it. I'll stop.
It's a
can keep
waterfall
going.
development.
Waterfall development isn't
Nah.
bad. That's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just waterfall development was used to make the Saturn V and the shuttle.
It's a tool. It's about how
yeah.
you use it.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. You can't
And
be hating on
if
waterfall
you use it
design. It's
really
not a-
stupidly and ham-fistedly, then that's not great. Or if you intentionally use it very smartly to extract the maximum amount of money from the government, theoretically, if a company did do that, also not great.
What?
Yeah, that I won't argue with.
What does this have to do with Star Stool?
Hey, look at Starstool.
Yeah.
Jack hates telehandlers. That's what he's trying to say, guys.
Oh, what did I say?
You said telehandler.
Oh yeah, telehandler. It's like a forklift, but not. So yeah, we got the Star Stool, the chip QR3 stand, whatever you want to call it, has been lifted into the mount. So the question now becomes, when do we think they're going to get a ship rolled out and static fire it? That's the many banana question. I don't know. I should have had the Red Bull. Alex,
I think you're doing all right.
as our resident Starship super nerd, when do you expect them to roll out good old 37?
No idea. Trying to. I don't
Good
know.
answer.
Next week. Yeah, next week. Just go to.
Alright.
I was looking up the website. City of Starbase. Texas.com/beach
Yep.
road access. I don't know, whatever
Uh-huh.
it is.
There's no closures that I'm aware of that would fit.
Yeah, so just go there, and if they have a road closure, it's probably gonna be for Ship 37. I don't know. Let's watch for transport stands that do not go to the launch site. How about that?
That was
That's-
a slightly better answer. Than,
Yeah.
I don't know.
You can also watch Starbase Live there.
Quit plugging things.
We already plugged it. Come on.
There's too many plugs. They're gonna start an electrical fire. EJ, when do you think we'll see 37 roll out, buddy?
All right, man. You know, I think it's going to be sooner rather than later. Probably.
And that works. That answer works.
I was
Yeah, because
gonna,
he didn't go, I don't know, in like the most disinterested voice possible. Like he actually engaged and started to give me an answer. You were like the most disinterested in answering the question I've ever seen anybody.
I was gonna say, dude, I think it's gonna be sooner rather than later. And let me talk myself through this. I'll see if I can get you a date by the end of this explanation slash, you know, brain noodling challenge here. So personally, okay, like obviously you're going to scale everything around when block 3 is ready. Why is that? Because pad B needs to be operational, right? Or that pad. I call it this pad and that pad. Because if I call it pad B, people are gonna be like, well, pad 2? I'm like, no. And I'm going to slap Dan next time for that tweet. It's this pad and that pad, okay? I think the second pad is going to be ready soon. You know, everything is scaling around that. I think that'll be ready by the end of the summer, right? They're pretty much they're doing closeouts on it. Like it's almost finished. I mean, guys, you could look at the picture. It's objectively pretty dang close, right? You know, they haven't buttoned it up completely, but I think everything is scaling around that because they're trying to time the block 3 stuff right to be done by the time that pad is done so they can get to testing. And I think that, you know, if you think about the time, okay, you got the end of the summer for pad B to be operational, give or take. That's just an educated guess. We should probably, well, okay, we're in the middle of July right now. We're probably going to see this ship roll out sometime by the end of the month, right? That should be enough time for them to get pad A operational and ready to go for a static fire. So static fire 37, maybe even do 38 too, and then reconfigure the pad in its final configuration for flight. Get you know, what would it be? Flight 10 and flight 11 out of here, and then, you know, pad B checkouts and everything is finished. And Massey's, which I think is being retooled for block 3 starships instead of block 2, should be ready. I'm pretty sure they're timing it at the, you know, I was wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure they're timing it for to be finished at the pad at the same time so they could do block 3 super heavy testing and block 2 ship testing all at the same time. So that really puts kind of a shelf life on pad A here, right? It puts a shelf life on it. So I'm thinking the end of the summer, right? That's when we really need to see when SpaceX really wants flight 10 and flight 11 to get out of here, right? We've seen FCC papers for flight 10 to be sometime in the first week of August, right? So that tells me that it's going to be sooner rather than later. I'm thinking like maybe a week and a half, like maybe 2 weeks out, because they got to get 37 and 38 tested, right? You got to get those ships checked out. Personally, I think they're going to do both at the same time, so they don't have to. So that's less pad reconfiguration because you're not going to configure a ship and then, you know, then get ready for, you know, a super heavy and a launch, and then do another ship and then another super heavy. But then again, they could be hot rodding that thing to work both ways. You just got to take the star stool off, right? I mean, actually, if they're smart, that's probably what they do, right? So, yeah, Jack, I'm gonna say probably like 2 weeks, maybe the end of the month. That's probably where you'd want to be. I mean, guys, what do you think, Sawyer?
Yeah, Sawyer, what do you think?
So my thought is that they obviously have lowered it in now. They're probably going to want to do all of the checks on it, connect all of the lines to it, get everything ready for it, make sure all of that works. I would not be surprised if we see within the next 2 weeks, so less than 2 weeks, we see it roll out just to put it onto the star stool, test out the connections, test the lines and things like that. Then potentially take it off again, do all of the finalizations, and then re-add it for a cryo test before moving on to an actual static fire test. Basically, check all the connections, check all the lines. So I think we'll see it at the pad in less than 2 weeks, but I still think we won't see a static fire until 3 to 4 weeks from now.
Yeah, that's fair. So I think that jives pretty well with getting all the ships tested. They want get those ships tested, reconfigure pad A or disk pad for uh orbital flight tests or quote unquote orbital flight tests, right? Send flight 10, send flight 11, and then put a fork in it, dude. Move to that pad, move to pad B, right? I think that
Right.
that pretty much seems right, dude.
But what I mean
I
is,
don't
is
know.
that
We're just
they'll
guessing,
get a ship
dudes.
out, of course, but it's all about testing this start stool. It's never been used before. It's never been tested before. They had to do all this kind of, I don't want to say janky work, but uh, shortcuts in a way to try and get,
Utilitarian work.
there we go, that, so that all the connectors will work for a ship when it's designed for a booster. So I think that's going to be the biggest thing, is getting that right. And I wouldn't be surprised if they roll it out there, stick it on, try and put the connections and go, oh crap, we mismeasured something or something didn't exactly work right. Take it off, make the tweaks, do it. And before they even do a static fire, do the cryo test to make sure not that the vehicle's ready, but that the actual connections to the ground systems work. Because we've seen it was cryo tested already, right?
37.
Yeah,
Yeah.
37
So
was
I wouldn't be
cryo.
surprised if the cryo test is more to test ground lines than to test the vehicle and then actually do the static fire.
They do like
Now
a
the real
prop load test or something first. It definitely wouldn't
Exactly.
shock me. Also, really
Yeah.
quick, sorry, EJ.
Mhm.
The previous picture, shout out to the guy who was reaching his hand up. I wasn't rolling at the time, but he waved at me. It was like,
Yeah, right.
I was hot and sweaty and covered in mosquitoes out in the flats. And then I saw that pipe coming in and I struggled to like orient the camera in the exact right spot, like 3 feet to the left. So the chopstick wasn't in the way of the top of the pipe. And he saw me scrambling and then waved. And I just got, it was like a little brief moment of levity. So whoever that guy is, thank you for the wave. It put a smile on my face. I wish I had been rolling, but I was scrambling to move the camera. Anyways, EJ, please.
Yeah, Sawyer, I think that's right. I think it's going to be a little bit before they get this thing up and running. But once again, this all has a shelf life. It has a shelf life. This is very temporary work. I mean, if you look at how they're boxing that iron right there in that picture, if we can go back to the picture of the dude waving or not waving, but
Now,
waving.
EJ, is that box a render?
Oh no.
It's hard to tell, dude. Hard to tell. You may have
There's no
photoshopped, but I
screen.
think I see pixels or something. I mean, they're using some box steel right there, and this is clearly just like welded on top of the BQD hood, the booster quick disconnect hood.
Yep.
Whether this is going to get a hood or not, I'm not sure. If it does, then yeah, they're putting pad into some kind of weird temporary configuration where you could launch ships or boosters from it. Which I actually, dude, you know what? I'm here for it. I think that's kind of cool. I love this. Thinking on your feet, but yeah, this is. I think Sawyer's right. It's going to take a little bit to outfit the pad, but I think all this does eventually have a shelf life. So, if you think about when Block 3 is coming down the pipe, I mean, Jack, you took that picture of the Block 3 booster in Star Factory the other day, and those the struts look
So good.
oh
So good.
So those-
I still hate the way that forward dome looks, but
Yeah.
I do love the truss structure. It's beautiful.
on a long enough timeline. Every vehicle becomes Soyuz
or N1, I guess.
or N1, right?
Yeah.
So
at least it's SpaceX.
Yep, on a long enough timeline. So, I mean, it's very clear that this has a shelf life. The Block 3 ship, and the Block 3 booster are coming down the assembly lines at Star Factory. So, this is, if you think about kind of the internal timelines, I mean, SpaceX said they wanted to get the pad done in Q3, if I'm remembering right. So,
Yep.
if you're going by the, pad, so pad B or pad 2 needs to be done by, like, let's say the end of August, right? This ship 37 should be rolling out soon. We should start seeing this stuff put to work. Now, how long the testing regime takes, I think Sawyer's right. They're going to have to outfit this. One does not simply just jerry rig your orbital launch mount. That thing is not simple. I'm pretty sure it's not just, hey, just weld in some T joints into these pipes and we're good to go. But then again, it might be, I don't know.
While we do look at these aerial shots of this pad and that pad. Also, side note, EJ, I love that you're trying to sidestep the pad naming issue by just adding more names, and then when you say that pad, you then have to caveat with the other two. You're just making your job harder, my guy.
Hey, I'm in the business of making boxes, man. Okay.
All right, that's fair, as long as it's not an ITAR box. But
It
no,
might
while we we can't tell, it's just a render. W- while we're looking at these aerial shots,
You
callbacks
okay?
for days. Callbacks for days.
Yeah.
I do want to point out that we did do a flyover yesterday, Caesar and I. It was, guys, it was probably the best flyover
Ooh.
we've had in a long time. I don't know that I would say ever, because we've been flying for a lot of years, and the TFR used to be a lot lower. But the TFR has changed, and it is no longer a ceiling of 10,000 feet and 5,000 feet over the launch site and Massey's, respectively. Now, we're able to fly over the launch site at 6,000 feet. So if you thought you have seen flyover shots of Starbase, buddy, unless you remember like the SN9 and 10 era like flyover shots back when the TFR was 2,500 feet, you haven't seen nothing. And also the orbital pads didn't exist back then, and they kind of look awesome like a dune worm coming out of the ground. Anyway, point being, flyover videos coming out on Monday as part of Starbase Update. So make sure you tune into Starbase Update on Monday. The imagery from this one was really special. And I feel like just recently I was lamenting at the difficulties of shooting from 10,000 feet, and to be able to shoot back at 6,000 feet, at least for now, until the TFR potentially changes again in December, really delightful, really, really delightful, and just some great weather conditions, great piloting on behalf of our pilot. It's just really worked out. I'm really excited about the imagery we were able to capture yesterday, thanks to y'all's support, including people like Titan 3C. They say the box is peak engine. What?
It's a good rocket.
It's a great rocket. They say the box is at peak ingenuity. Look at the corners. The aluminum is so shiny. It's beautiful. Big Boeing box shirt when?
Oh, please, can we do that? Where's Lindsay? We got to ping Lindsay. We got to do this.
Somebody tell Lindsay. John, Mr. Coffee again. Thank you so much. They say for anger management classes. I appreciate it. And Steve Kalovic, thank you again as well. They say stop hacking Bideford's credit card. She needs it to support NSF. So we're hacking Bideford's credit card?
Oh,
that's not cool.
Hey, Jake.
Yeah, it was Jake. Sorry.
And Bideford with a super chat saying, seriously, long day. Finally home to enjoy Flame Trench. Glad you are all still on. You got it, Bideford. I'm sorry you had a long day. I hope it is now over, and I hope you are looking forward to a delightfully restive and fun weekend.
By the way, can I just point out that Jay did a cube zoom that we saw there? A, it was very fast, but B, how did we not use a box zoom for the box story?
Ooh, should have. Missed opportunity. We didn't use the breaking news stinger. We didn't use a cube zoom for the box story.
Although I guess it would be a render of a box zoom, not an actual box zoom, so I don't know.
Oh god, he's doing it again. It makes me sick every time. Hey, look, it's the Star Factory in that big apartment. Oh,
there
gross.
we go.
What is this,
Blinds,
Star Wars?
The blinds transition, nice.
Get out of here. Oh, what are you, George Lucas?
Jay,
bad
can
transitions?
you use whatever? Jay, can you use whatever transition you see fit to look at that pad, please?
Seb, the new no-fly zones affect aerial photography by effectively prohibiting drone use from the previous places that we would fly drones for launches. So that's a shame. But hey, we can fly at 6,000, not 10,000. EJ, what are you looking for?
Can we zoom in on that pad's orbital launch mount, please?
We don't have to say orbital. You can just say launch mount.
Okay.
They do call it orbital launch mount.
I don't care.
They do.
They also call it pad 2, apparently.
All right. So, we all know, fellas, we all know that with the Block 3 versions of Starship, or the newer versions of the booster, right, that we have 2 booster quick disconnects, right? You have one for liquid oxygen and you have one for liquid methane. They are clocked, not 90 degrees, but close to 90 degrees off of the booster. Also one of them has the spin starting system in them. Sawyer, I think you'll appreciate what I'm about to say. Can we just call these things tail service masts, please?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm making a movement to call them TSMs.
I'm not Sawyer, but yes.
Because shuttle.
Because shuttle. They're
Why
TSMs.
not like Falcon 9? They are also quick disconnects.
No, Falcon 9 doesn't have tail service masts.
Alex,
these are tail
but
service
it does have
masts.
2 quick disconnects on the booster.
TSMU.
Alex, I'm gonna need you to
baby.
not rain on our parade. Thank you.
And
The shuttle friends are having fun.
And
Please,
it's more tail than this, because it's actually like underneath. It's like at the bottom of the booster.
I'm sorry, we're all NASA people, okay? Not everything has to use SpaceX terminology. And also, you're welcome,
Agreed.
Mr.
But
Knucklehead.
that's a SpaceX launch pad.
hey, that's
No,
against the
and-
rules,
agreed.
Sawyer.
And
That's
this is
against
a
the rules.
SpaceX rocket behind me.
The bingo rules do not work that way. You can't ask for a host to say a bingo word. That's not how that works.
They didn't ask for me to say it, they asked for you to say it. I just said it.
Oh, that might be a technicality.
By the way, if you zoom in, you can see already hold downs installed. The clampy
So
clamps.
a lot of people
Indeed.
are saying like, oh, Super Heavy doesn't have a tail. The shuttle had a tail. You know, the shuttle flies through the air with control surfaces that control yaw, pitch, and roll. So does the newer booster because it only has 3 grid fins. Checkmate. Their tail service masts. I'll take my W. Thank you very much.
I will
Thank
hand
you.
you your W next time you come back to Starbase. And if you want to hand yourself a W, well, you can sign up to L2 and get access to all of our flyover photo. What? Don't make that face. No, really. If you want access to all of the flyover photos, I think I shot like 800 and exported like 160 or something and gave those
Not
to Chris
enough.
to upload to L2. Alex is never pleased. Caesar also shot many hundred and uploaded a couple hundred for
More!
Crispy. Those will all be on L2. They're also a portion of them will go up for YouTube members and stuff as well. So
Dude, I think we made it probably like 5 minutes between this plug and the last one. That's good. That's a new record, guys.
We did
That's
good.
great.
The best part was none of you saw it coming, and I know Sawyer was trying to brew up some sort of way to throw it in there, but I beat him to it, and it was so satisfying.
Honestly, I
was
wasn't
like-
even planning on anything, but that was pretty good.
That's the first.
I thought we were going to be planning the next plug, which in less than 5 minutes will be this week in Spaceflight premiering.
Oh my god. This is just a plug trench at this point. Welcome to the plug trench.
Do you know anything
Anyone
about
else have anything
Twist?
else they want to plug? I have a Patreon.
Sawyer?
Yeah, how about some boxes? Box renders. Let's plug some box renders.
Oh man.
Also, by the
What,
way, if you do sign up for L2, please make sure that you include your forum username. You can get a forum username for free. You could join the forum. It's just L2 is all the extra added photos and documents and cool fun things that all the cool kids get access to.
Yeah, that's a good shout. If you do sign up for L2 on the shop, you need to put in your username. If you don't have a username, make one. It's free. There's a free side of the forum and a paid side of the forum. 2 different things.
You're welcome, Chris.
Bideford, thank you again. They say, oops, meant to do a larger donation. Thank you so much, Bideford. As always, every week. Astro Knucklehead said, Jack, just please say NASA because they're playing bingo in the member Discord. That's not how that works. If Sawyer hadn't already said NASA, then that wouldn't have counted. But yeah, there you go. Bideford again, gifting 5 Red Team memberships. Thank you, Bideford. And Titan3C with a super chat saying, can we call the new pad Boeing in honor of the box shape, which was masterfully engineered by our Lord and Savior Boeing?
Dude, you know, I
I
like
like Titan
SLS, and
3C. I don't know who Titan 3C is. I don't remember seeing their name. I'm sorry if you've been around this whole time. I like you, Titan 3C.
They say don't reinvent the wheel, don't reinvent the box, I guess. Boeing already made it.
Dudes, I'm telling you, I like SLS. I know that's a very unpopular opinion. I like it. I think
SLS. It's a
good
beautiful
rocket.
rocket.
Yeah.
I think the Artemis program has its follies and stuff, right? But
I wish
dude,
it
the
could launch
optics-
more.
Yeah,
And remember,
Yeah, me
we
too,
are
man.
Boeing. I mean, we are going back to the moon.
dude, the optics of this can't be ignored, and I refuse to not make fun of them for this.
Yeah.
I love that vehicle. I think it's great. It worked great on the first try. We should launch it more. Alex is right.
Yep.
You made a render of a box. What are you doing?
What are you doing? What are you actually doing?
I'm sorry, dude, it's so funny.
No,
Oh
you
my
did.
goodness.
You did great the whole show. I don't know how you held it together that long. Like you had to
Rendering
do like
of
the
a box.
like the, bring yourself back to sanity face a couple times. Like, good job, man.
That should have been the title for the stream. The box.
The box.
The box.
Alex, you have
That's-
30 seconds to tell us anything else that's happening in Starbase that you feel is worth mentioning before we talk about ending the show.
Just watch
Now it's-
Starbase Update.
Now it's 20 seconds.
There you go. Watch Starbase Update. I
Now
can
it's
keep
15
saying
seconds.
that.
You didn't fill your allotted time. It's
Should
10
have asked me
seconds.
earlier when it was 20 minutes, not 20 seconds.
But you
Okay,
could
you
be
got
like,
5 now.
Four,
there's it. Yeah,
three,
4, 3,
two,
2,
1.
There's a lot going on in Starbase. You can stay tuned and up to date by following NSF on all the socials, whatever socials you're on, whether it's X, the other ones, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, we have one of those. I think we even have a
Reds,
Blue Sky now. Yeah, beat you to it. But yeah, that's the show, right? That's the show. I think that's the show. Thank you, launch directors and flight engineers. Do we show that
The
card?
NIMBYs?
Yeah, thank you, launch directors and flight engineers. You get your name at the end of every flame trench as part of our thanks to you, in addition to all the other sweet membership perks. Sawyer, thanks for being on, good buddy.
It's my pleasure. I may not be able to step onto a box, but I take this role very seriously here, so thank you.
I'm so mad at you. EJ, thanks for being on.
Why'd you segue him out? Why'd you segue him out first? Why'd you do that?
Because I like to disappoint you.
Why'd you do that? Yeah, and look where it got you. Look where it got. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. All right.
It's the same reason I haven't opened my city skylines yet.
I'm just gonna finish the city for you. I'm not... Anyway, guys, I stream on Twitch. I fix Jack's city planning problems over there on Twitch.
You said it was a good city. You said it was good.
Ish. No, it's not bad. It just I'm giving you the tools you need to succeed. Anyway, I stream over there, but I do know being on here is a privilege, and I do appreciate being on here. Thank you guys. I mean, we've been plugging a lot of stuff tonight, but I want to plug you guys. Thank you for being here, and thank you for watching, and on Twitch too. You guys are awesome. Thank you,
Alex. Thanks for being on.
It's always a pleasure.
And I'm Jack Byer for NSF. Thank you to Jay for operating the stream. Let's go watch Twists.
Featuring me.
And here we go.
We have liftoff.
Propulsion continues to be normal.
R68 chamber pressure looks good.
Doubling up.
Tango down to nominal.
Flight downside FD off. Bring in FD off. It's orange! 145! Oh my god! Decollage! Look at this! Put that in the big bag,
343 unfolds to go.
Indeed.
We rise together back to the moon and beyond.
This methane would be igniting the flare, correct?
Yikes. We don't need any more of these.
We're clear come back with Bambies.
Should probably
Cool.
something.
Tienes hambres, amigo. Yeah, that too.
Did anyone else
You
have
hungries?
clocked up, by the way?
Yeah. What about it? Am I going to tell Jack what happened to his city? Hey, Jack, do you have the Disasters DLC by any chance?
Yeah, so remember. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Don't worry.
Wait. Remember how I thought I had infinite resources turned on?
Yeah.
And it wasn't?
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess that means I also thought I had natural disasters turned off, and that was not.
It might have been me. I don't know. Don't worry, I fixed everything. But a 5.0 tsunami hit the city. I saved most of it.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Is it
Except
in the
for
VOD?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, let's go! I can't wait to see it.
Dude, it was like a tsunami has struck. I'm like, oh no.
It's all really low land too, and there's no levees or anything. Like there's no. Oh
Dude.
boy.
I used to be a StarCraft player once upon a time. Don't worry, I microed a bunch of breaks in and actually saved a good chunk of the city.
Nice.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. I was never good at micro, but I always loved StarCraft, which means I always played the weird, like, mini games people would make, like StarCraft Tower Defense and all those weird ones, but never like competitively play. Oh man, now I want to play some Tower Defense.
NSF Gaming. I just want to play
Tower.
Counter-Strike with.
Oh,
Yeah, me
dude,
too.
I was another one. I was never good at Counter-Strike, but I loved it, and I would play like
Yeah.
zombies, or I would play like the weird
Oh.
maze ones.
Yeah, I'm not very good at Counter-Strike either. We should play.
I'm so down.
Have you played with boxes made by Boeing?
Are you saying we need to play Prop Hunt with boxes by Boeing? Roblox? No, I've never played Roblox. No.
Oh, Jack, can you look at the Memby pictures?
Maybe
Channel?
pictures. What about them?
EJ, have you ever done any of like the
Are we supposed to post that picture?
Which picture?
You have a
of-
picture of the box?
Which picture? Oh, it's fine.
Sorry.
I mean, it
Okay.
was there. It was there on a public runway at a public airport. Nobody told us not to.
Okay,
I mean,
just making
yeah,
sure.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I honestly, I thought about talking about it in the flame trench, but I didn't. But I thought about it.
Facts. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was gonna say, of all like the engineering type games and stuff you've done, have you ever done any of like the airport builders, like an airport CEO or?
No, what I did one time was in City Skylines 1, I downloaded a bunch of realistic airport mods and taught people how to, like, what hold shorts do and what the signs on the runways do and what a PAPI system does and an ILS and everything. And then I built it in City Skylines. I built my own airport for my city in cities. It was pretty cool.
Because I've got re-addicted to airport CEO. I would love to see you try and design an airport where you have to figure out the flow of passengers coming in and out, setting up the timing of the flights, where all of the fueling trucks go, how you want the queues to go, getting all the baggage system. You would do good at that, especially explaining all of the intricacies of people moving management.
Oh, don't tell me about this.
I so want to see you do it.
Oh, jeez.
I love when friends introduce other gamer friends to games. It's like, it's like you might as well be opening up a trench coat. Like, hey man, do you want any of this airport CEO I got right here?
Yeah, dude, I'll take the uncut stuff, please.
Because I've been doing that again, and I'm like, I'm sure there's a much more efficient way to do this, and with your like whole engineering and
Wait,
brain, you would figure it out.
Astro Knucklehead is saying they won bingo, but Eric is saying they did not win bingo.
I guess it depends on the NASA definition.
The card was thrown out, so they did not win. But they tried to bribe me, not Sawyer. And Sawyer's the one that said it. Did you have the panel open, Sawyer?
No.
But you knew they wanted you to say it.
Only because I saw the super chat pop up in chat. And I had no idea why.
Eric says doesn't matter the bribe caused the word to be said. All right, there you go.
I mean,
Sorry,
that is fair.
Knucklehead.
That is fair.
Cool. All right, fellas, I gotta head out. My parents are down here. I'm gonna go take them out to dinner before I gotta start racing tonight.
Nice. What are you doing for dinner?
I don't know. I gotta figure that one out. Oh, I will.
Tell them they made a good one, and say thanks. Jack says thanks. You made a good one.
I will tell them this.
Oh
They'll be like, who's Jack?
No, they know who you are. They don't like that you vape on stream.
I don't vape on stream.
You vape on the post show. You're live on Twitch right now. They don't know the difference.
Fair point.
They don't know the difference. They might be watching right now. Yep,
Don't
see?
don't vape, kids.
Don't vape.
Dying.
Today, Junior.
I've become really
No.
sensitive to people coughing.
Oh, yeah. Did you
right,
see
well-
in gaming, Miss Daisy figured out the game?
Oh no! What's the? Oh! Pad beats tower, tower beats rocket, rocket beats pad. We did the math. I'll explain more in detail if need be. Please, yes, please.
Okay.
Please, more detail.
You guys figure it out and tell me about it next week. Okay?
Yeah, next week we'll play pad tower booster.
I gotta go. I'll see you later.
That's how we'll decide who does the cold open. Bye.
Bye.
What's up, man?
Test. Hey, I got it. All right, cool. All right, so, dudes, that's going to do it for Flame Trench. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was a fun one. So, you know, there's this thing called the chat. Yeah, there you go. I was just testing it. I want to make sure it works. So, rather unhinged. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna go. My parents are still down here. I'm gonna take them out to dinner, and I will be back for racing. Racing should start between 9 and 10 o'clock. I think it's closer to 10. I will be back for that. I will see you guys then. Got racing and then the weekend off, dude. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I will talk to you guys all in a couple of hours. Okay. What I was saying is that I will be back for racing at 10 p.m. I'm going to take my parents out to dinner because they're down here, and I want to be a good host. So dinner time. I'll be back in a little bit. And then we got the weekend off. But I'm back for racing. We should have NASCARs at Sonoma, which should be pretty fun. That should be a good time. And I will see you guys then. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in a bit.